everybody, how is going? Glorious morning. Alright, we got new tent on the ute. It's all electric. I'll show you how that works in a minute. I picked it up for just under half price. It was a display unit and it had a burnout motor, and I'll show you why they burnt the motor out. This is the motor they burn out, this one here, and the reason why they burn it out was when they assembled the tent to the base, instead of having this tie here underneath like I got it, they had it over the top, and of course when they lifted it all up, there was no give, so the pole just got harder and harder and harder, and the poor old motor burned out. So I got a free motor and everything with it, free arm. What did it end up costing me? $1,100, and this tent's usually around $2,300, so that was a good deal. I've ordered another spare motor and a spare control box for it. That's going on there. I'm about to take it down to weld it, but before I do that, we've got to get the covers back on. I put this bit of board on temporary. What I'm going to do is cut a section of the metal out here. So the steps are going to come down from here, and then you step into there, put your bum on there and put your bum on the top and get into the tent. Alright, I'll put this tent up and show you how it all works. Okay, so basically I've plugged it into this lighter adapter down here. Let me plug it in properly. Get in. There it goes. And it came with two remote controls, up, down and stop. You just push the up button. You can stop it at any time. Now this is the arm they had problems with here, because you can see how when this goes up, okay, it lifts. Now they had this tied, really tight around there, and they didn't even realise it. Alright, I don't know whether they did it or it was done at the factory. I got no idea. I got a red battery, I got to change batteries. Hang on, stop. Okay, I just changed batteries, that's my little flat one there. Alright, so we'll start this up again. Now if we have a look down here, you see how high this thing lifts up? You see the marks on it from the strap? I mean, they really put some pressure on that poor little motor and arm, and it just burnt out. Alright, now there's an awning here and a pole that just slides out, and that pole goes up into that hole up there. My missus has got to come out and make the bed because she knows what's going in it. I don't. When she's done that, we'll put the covers back on, and then I've got to take it down the shed and re-weld it. I've made it all higher. I've got to work out my steps and get it all done. But basically that's the tent, much easier than the other one. So there's going to be a hole in here, so I just stand in there. There's going to be a handrail here, and the ladder's just going to be that high. So I'm going to be able to get in there without damaging myself, because let's face it, you go on holidays to have fun, not to suffer it and back pain for 8 or 9 days, which is what happened last time when I fell off the ladder. There was nothing wrong with the other tent. It just wasn't. My wife loved the other tent. She had no trouble getting up and down the ladder, but it was just too hard for me. And those of you that have been following me a long time, let's face it, yous know me and ladders just don't get on. But that's the tent, and it's got heaps of room inside. I'll show you inside when she opens it all up. Okay, so that's what it looks like, okay, with the awning up. So remember, this bar and this piece of wood's not going to be there. The ladder's just coming in here. So go up the ladder there, stand in there, sit on that and hop in the tent. And we've left the windows, the door and everything open, so you can see just how big this is. It's quite a large queen. It's very long. I mean, you'd easily fit, if you were 6'7", you'd easily be able to lay in there. It's got these little air vents. I haven't set that one up. This one I've set up. As you can see, it's got little air vents in the front here. It's got excellent pockets up there out of the way. These are drop down pockets for shoes. When I cut this bit out, I'm going to slide this along a bit that way, just by loosening those, and this one will drop down in here, and there's another one here, and it drops down in this spot here. Overhang from the back of the ute. Let's see the back of the utes there. Under 12 inches overhang. This isn't the back of the ute. The back of the ute actually sticks out quite a lot more. So under 12 inches overhang. The reason we've done that is so that if we, it's locked, the gull wing doors on the toolbox will still open with plenty of room. Alright, so there's a look at our new tent. XTM, whatever, that's probably a brand name. Oh, this one here is, as you can see, power leads. And there's also another spot there to run a lead into the tent. They've actually thought of everything, and I was so lucky they put it together wrong and burnt that motor out and got it for under half price. That was awesome. It's called being in the right place at the right time. I mean, it's got heaps of room in here, okay? Alright, and of course to put it down, you just push a button, you zip it up, push a button, the bedding stays in there, the pillows move to the centre, then you zip it all up, push the down button, and that's it. Your bed's always made. All you got to do is move your pillows. Totally love it. Totally love it. Awesome tent. Okay, I've got the frame all welded up now, and we've just put a quick lick of paint on some of the bits that may take damage. Didn't paint all of it. That's not rust, that's red dirt. These have all been painted, all the joins. But just put a quick lick of paint on this. Now that's the bit I was talking about there that I cut out. I just put some plastic ends in it. I couldn't get a weld under there because I would have damaged the plastic. So I'm going to have to run a bit of Celastic in that one. But we got some nice welds on it. Alright. So there's a piece of wood comes in here, and then the ladder comes from here, just down here, down to the ground, just there to the ground. There's going to be a couple of grab handles. It'll just make it a lot safer. We took it into town. actually getting a whole new cover made, because this one's total crap. But I don't mind spending the money. And this is why you don't see too many of these tents around. It's not because they weren't well made, they were very well made. But they just didn't, the covers on them were just crap. They let all the dust in, you know. They're just rubbish. So I went and seen me man that did the custom work for the trailer, and he's designed a nice cover. It's going to double seal. It's got a big heavy zipper and Velcro, so it's going to seal a lot better than the other one. The other one ended up letting a bit of dust in as well at the back of the other tent. This one won't. This one won't. The cover's costing almost as much as I paid for the tent, but it's still a really good deal. I mean, if I'd had to pay top price for this tent and then fork out a new cover, it would have made it a very, very expensive automatic tent. They do make these tents here in hard covers, but I've been told that they also leak dust. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy. As you can see, I've lifted this up and gave it more clearance so we're actually very limited on the last trip. We were limited in the space. So unfortunately the rear camera, which is just above the height, won't get as much beautiful footage as it used to. But we got the front camera to get the best footage. And I may figure out a way to put that outside and lift it up on the frame yet. I don't know. I've got to go talk to a man about it. But other than that, you can just see this is coming a long way, okay? It's coming a long way. That step there is just going to make it a lot easier. Remember, there's a spare tyre that sits in here, and this tyre's about that high. So you step down onto the tyre and then come down the ladder. Yeah, it should be totally awesome. Totally, totally awesome. Alright, there's another little update on the tent, the new tent.